I expect that this will be the most successful exhibition in history. There seems to be an appetite, an insatiable appetite among the public for everything ancient Egypt. You know, there's the mystery. Why did he die so young? He was only 19 years old. Part of it is the fact that his tomb is the only pharaonic tomb that has ever been discovered intact. He was living during a period of extraordinary turmoil. It was also a period in which the Egyptian empire had reached the peak of its imperial powers, and so it was a fascinating part of history. The sarcophagus of Tuya, this marvelous gold sarcophagus or coffin, and I would invite people to inspect that and the detailed workmanship. I'm also very attracted to this. It's a fairly simple object. It's a wooden mannequin or bust of the young king, and it's one of the reasons it's interesting, and it's free of the trappings of royalty. It's not stylized like many of the other objects, but it gives you a sense that this was a real person. This was a human being. He was a young boy. It was obviously part of his everyday life. Some of the archaeologists have speculated that it was used in his personal residence, and he draped clothes over it. And so you connect with him as an individual. The last gallery is one of my favorites because that's one that National Geographic was very involved in, and that involves the use of this new CAT scan technology to understand the health of the ancient Egyptian mummies generally, because this is part of a long-term survey, but also how did he die? What do we know about King Tut as an individual? And so we were able to answer a lot of questions, not the least of which was, did he die as a result of a blow to the back of the head? Well, the answer is no. 20 years plus now we've speculated that that may have been the cause of his death at such a young age. What we found out was that he did suffer a very serious fracture in his left femur, and that it occurred within 24 hours to 5 days of his death. So what we know is that he died, and when he died he had suffered a very serious fracture. In fact, it was so serious there was an open wound, and you can see in the images of the CAT scan where the embalming fluid had seeped in, and it seeped into the fracture. So the forensic specialists that were able to examine this information, and there were more than 1,500 slices of information that the CAT scan gave us, they were able to say that, well, he didn't die from a blow to the head, but he probably did die as a result of some catastrophic event that caused this fracture to his leg.